Welcome to the power of self-evolution. And today I do not feel powerful at all because I lost my horse, the love of my life. I have so many loves though. Now I say that, I feel a little better. I have so many loves, but right now it feels like I have nothing, absolutely nothing. So my horse, his barn name is Angel. I'm going to talk in the present tense. His
Yes.
registered name is Hermoso CVIII, which is beautiful in the masculine in Spanish. He's Spanish Andalusian, my gorgeous, gorgeous boy. And I'm here to talk about it and hopefully see the wisdom in it. And I have today with me a very dear friend, an actual former client, but now a dear friend, a family connection is what we have. And that is, I want to say, hi, Marilyn. Thank you for being here with me this morning.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure to be here with you.
Thank you. So let's see. He died Wednesday, July 3rd. And he had to be rushed to the hospital. Um, and then they had to start surgery and cut him open. They weren't sure. They thought there was no way to know without doing surgery on him. And when they did open him up, they saw that there was no way to save him and have a good quality of life. So it's like he had been in the hospital in June 8th. But this time I could see it was worse in retrospect. Looking back, uh, in retrospect, it was worse, which now that I'm talking about it gives me a little bit more peace because it's just an indicator that it was something way more complicated and serious and not normal. But at the time, and even now, I just feel so sad and numb and not numb and depressed. I have like this low grade depressive feeling. And so I asked Marilyn for you to be here with me to talk about it, but to see and represence the wisdom, because you and I had already talked
Hmm.
immediately following. I thought, here's an opportunity for me to do this for myself, and also how can my experience help others, empower
Yes.
others, right?
Yes.
So I'm always looking for the wisdom, always. And but at the same time, it's so vitally important that we as humans allow for the negative, awful, sad, depressive feelings to just come up, come out without trying to cover them up, without trying to mask them or fill a void. That's the hardest part. That's what I believe humans have the most difficult issue with, is allowing the negative feelings to emerge, to make us, like allow the feelings to feel bad and be okay with it, not apologize for it, not try to cover it up or pretend that everything's okay. And that's what I'm having trouble with right now. And yet I coach it. I practice it. I preach it. But these feelings are the worst. The worst, the worst, the worst. It does feel like death right now. And I do. I'm the work that I do for myself and my clients is to never mask the pain, to deal with it, confront it, be with it, allow it, surrender to it, because we can only heal what we feel.
Yes, that's
But
true.
right? But the
Yeah.
natural inclination of the brain and its survival mechanism will automatically by default have us try to hide from it, to run from it, to mask it, to cover it up, to substitute something out to make us feel better. That's what's so hugely fucked up. But because I'm committed to elevating my consciousness, I know better. And as Marilyn, you and I have talked about, knowing better doesn't always make a difference,
So true.
right?
Yeah, right.
But but this time I do know better. There's a little part of me, little. It was big when I lost a dog, right? But the little part of me wants to just mask the pain. I want to go and do something or buy something or get another horse to mask the pain. That's what I want to do right now. Actually, that's what I really want to do is just go get another horse. Matter of fact, I have a horse I could get that I was already offered to me. That is beautiful. It's actually one of my dream horses. That's another weird thing. And this is before Angel died, is that I manifested yet another dream of getting a Frisian. I said, no, that's not going to work right now. I already have Angel and I have enough horses. But Marilyn, you with me?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
When I say that, what's coming up for you?
Well, I remember that when we lost our daughter, she was killed in an automobile accident, and it's almost 40 years ago,
Hmm.
that I wanted so bad to get pregnant, to have another child. I mean, I just had this desperate feeling that I wanted to get pregnant.
Yeah.
So completely, you just want to fill that void any way you can.
Yeah. Immediately. And that's what happened when I lost that little tiny deerhead chihuahua that I rescued off the street. I even got puppy scammed. I was so distraught.
Yeah.
They puppy scam you and I sent out money,
Yes.
you know?
Yes.
And that was another experience that I needed to go through. I just got something though, which is really profound. When my older brother died of the crib death, my mother actually told me that when she went to see her doctor, the doctor actually told her to go get pregnant again, to go have another baby,
Yeah.
right? To replace him. And that's when I was conceived. But because of my own self evolutionary journey, that was the worst thing she could have done.
Yes.
And that she was masking pain instead of dealing with it. Because
Hmm.
then I absorbed all of her grief, all of her guilt, all of her pain and self-hatred, right? So that's so interesting how it's all connecting. That's what we do as humans. When there's pain, we automatically go, and sometimes we don't even, most of the time we don't even know we're doing it. That's what's so insidiously diabolical.
Yeah.
But the more you know consciously, the better. However, it's I'm in a battle right now with myself. I know better. The last thing to do is go mask the pain, go hide from the pain, run from the pain, go do something, be something, buy something. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Because
And
that
yet,
doesn't work. I
no,
mean, it's temporary.
it is.
It's only temporary and it's not satisfying in the long run.
No, it prolongs the fucking agony.
Absolutely, it does.
Uh huh. And so, yet that little tiny part of me wants to go do it in
Yes,
rebellion. In
yes,
rebellion,
yes.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
especially, okay, this is another big factor here. I just put out yet lots and lots of money to rush him to the hospital. He has to be trailered up there. I have to hire my hauler friends and they got to come and drop everything. And then the emergency vet bill, then the hospital, then the surgery, all of it. It's just money going out, going out, going out. And for nothing but pain and agony and grief.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna go spend all my fucking money frivolously. Like, what the fuck? I'm
Yes.
angry. Like, I'm pissed. All this goes out. I lose my baby. I have nothing to show for it. I feel worse. So now let me go fix it. Right?
Yes.
And fuck you. Fuck life. Fuck the world. Fuck me. Fuck it. I hate this. And I know my vigilante type personality. I will show you, you motherfuckers. That's how I feel. Like, don't even do this to me. And then, but I feel better for saying that.
Well, anger is one of those things, one of the stages of grief.
Yes. But oh, excellent. Another thing I just realized is I have very little anger this time. I mean, this is about as angry as I've gotten, right, Marilyn?
Yeah, that's right. And
And
it's
I
happened quickly. It happened quickly, which is a good
But
sign.
exactly. That's the whole this transformational journey for me. His This work alone is my saving grace.
Yeah.
Elevating consciousness, healing childhood wounding,
Yes.
understanding my inner pain,
Yes.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no I actually skipped anger, you know, and went right to enormous sadness and hurt. That's a
Yeah.
big that's a big breakthrough for me
Yeah.
because as I joke, I got an Italian temper, you know?
Yeah.
Like I should have
Yes.
been, born and raised in Jersey. I should have been the queen of the mafia. I swear to God, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's as angry as I got right there.
Yes.
And at this point, I'm actually out of anger. That's another great sign for me.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, I just feel deflated. Like, God,
Yeah.
why is why is life so crappy and then you die? Right now, Thanks for laughing, Marilyn.
Yes.
Why are
Yes.
you laughing?
Well, I'm laughing because it's just like it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks a lot of times.
And I know why this is so hard for me is my whole life I've had everything except happiness.
Yeah.
And then every time something bad or devastating happens, I get to justify my position of life sucks.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening right now, except this time I'm quicker to detect it, to realize
Yes.
what's really going on because of my highly
Yes.
elevated consciousness. It doesn't take away the pain. So, step one, feel the pain,
Right.
be with the pain. It's like I'm going through life and I'm doing everything right, but it's just like do, 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 do. You know? It's like, there's this low grade, I'm not going to say depression, depressiveness. Yeah.
Yeah.
This low grade of what's the point,
Yeah.
right?
That's the next phase.
Yeah. So I know me. So, I'll gear back up and I'll do this and that and I'll go get another horse only for that horse to die. Now what do I do? Right? Like how many times can I go through this? I already lost my sister. I thought that was the end for me. Then there's a series of, and that's just my animals. Although I admit it, I'm really an animal person. So this is really hard. And it was like my baby, like a
Yeah.
child to me.
Yes.
So that, which you can relate to. Yeah.
Yes, and you had all kinds of plans for it.
Oh my
So
God, that's right.
it's
Yes.
not just an animal, it's like the death of a dream. So you had a
Oh,
dream
I
with
did.
him.
I
So
did.
it's the death of a dream.
Yeah, I was just gearing up to put him into show business
Yeah.
because he's so handsome, so gorgeous, and so his personality is just so sweet yet, I don't know what the word is. He just was one of those majestic medieval times horses with this bright, bold personality. He wore his heart on his sleeve. I was just about to look into photographers to do a photo session with him. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah. He's
I just,
beautiful horse. Beautiful
yep,
horse.
stunning.
Mhm.
I mean, his name is Hermoso. It's handsome. It's like gorgeous, right?
Yeah.
And his whole lineage is that. And I know he probably has offspring out there. But anyway, I did have big plans. Everything I did was for him. He was the
Mhm.
horse that was in training with me, and he has all his personalized, his halter, and I bet his bell boots. Like no one knows, not too many people would know, but all the equipment, right? I bought him
Right.
3 bits, and I was shopping for bridles, and then I was looking to get his saddle fitted, like everything.
Yes.
See, that's another. That's why I don't believe in accidents. I have 6 horses, right? And he's the one I lose. If that's
Yes.
not a test, I don't know what is, right?
Right. And you had so much invested in him.
Invested.
You
Yes.
had a lot invested in him.
Also, I'm very spiritual. His name's Angel. That's his barn name, so that's really hard. He was also tied to my dad's passing, my dad's death, because I did feel that from the other side, my father sent me Angel.
Yeah.
Now he's gone.
So it's a double loss.
Yeah. And it's just like, and I don't even want to hear better to have loved and lost than to have never loved at all. Right now, I'm a little like, no, I'm loving nothing more. I'm done.
Yeah.
I can't love anything. I'm out. I'm out. I already had enough. I didn't even have enough love coming in utero. My mother was just a mess, and rightfully so, right? But she didn't need to get pregnant. She needed like massive neuropsychotherapy. You know what I'm saying? Like she needed like
Yes. Yeah.
every psychological healing modality on the planet, which is
Yeah.
probably why I'm that person today, actually. So that's a blessing.
Yeah.
But at the time, but I came in with a lot of inner pain and brokenness, very
Mhm.
fragile and wounded.
Yeah.
It's a miracle I even made it this long. So, but I just see like I don't like it just hurts so much. And I don't want to go through it again.
Yeah.
And yet I still have, well, my one horse Dancer was just rehomed because of the fireworks situation. So I had to let her go. So that had just happened. So June, Angel goes to the hospital. It's the first time I ever had a horse in the hospital. Then in that time, a week later, Dancer leaves because she can't be around the city fireworks. She about breaks down the fence and kills herself. So I rehome her. So I lose my beautiful girl. Then I lose Angel. Wow. What's going on? Yes.
Yes.
And I always want to say, why? Why would this happen? What am I to learn here? What am I to get? Why do I have to go through this? For what? I know the darn answers. I don't want to hear them right now. They're all good answers, too. They're great answers. They're phenomenal answers. And I'm like, nothing. I don't want to hear it.
Mm.
Right?
Yeah.
So, what are you hearing, Marilyn? What do you see? What do you get?
Well, you're in the perfect place right now for what you're going through
Hmm.
by allowing yourself to be with it.
Yeah. Even though I'm fighting it. But again, not very much. Definitely not much.
And
I am.
you're seeking in it,
Yep.
in the pain and what's happened. You're looking for answers.
I have to, because if I stop looking for answers, it's over for me.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's over if I don't keep seeking and searching and digging deep and asking why.
Yeah.
Then I know I want to say, in a way, somehow I believe this is a test. Okay, so that horse was an extension of my soul and spirit. That horse is
Hmm.
very spiritual to me.
Yeah.
My other horse is not so much, I'll be honest. This horse is spiritual. So if I look at it, losing something or someone, see, that's just a whole nother thing. Like, just loss in general is messed up. But I want to stay on track. I lose my most beloved, my most invested, right?
Yeah.
The one that means the most, has the most quote unquote pricelessness to me
Yeah.
on so many levels. Yeah.
Yes.
But then we look at the financial aspect. You know, high level horses are an investment, any way you look at
Right.
it.
Right.
And actually, he is. He was also part of my business and part of my like my passion, my purpose, all of it. And to lose him, there's got to be a greater reason, you know?
Right.
I go, well, what is it? I want to resist it right now.
Right.
But what comes up is this is what wakes us up the most. This is why I called in yet another wake up call somehow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was the only one who could cause me this much grief to dig deeper,
Hmm.
right?
Yes.
See, if I had lost, I have another horse I rescued. He's not rideable. He's sweet, but he has double navicular in the front, and I rescued him because he was not in a good situation for his ailments. But it's not the same. I don't feel the same about him.
Right.
And that's what's so hard. Is like, wow, why lose the like but see, losing the other horse, of course I'd be sad. But not with these many levels of sadness, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So the saying is go big or go home. Let's just get it over with. Yeah, there's a blessing. If I look at it this way, my perception, if I reframe, and I do see it like at the end of the day, I know that to lose Angel means that I have a choice here to dig so deep to figure out the situation, which would only elevate my consciousness even more, my wisdom even more, my inner
Yeah,
empowerment even more. I know that.
right. Yes.
I know it, but it still hurts. It's still hard. It still is messed up. It's fucked up. So, what else can you see here, Marilyn, for yourself?
Well, you've talked about the responsibilities that you had.
Yeah.
So that might be something to look at, is because you had so many more responsibility in the last few years than you'd had before.
Yeah. Okay. So, I have a very volatile relationship to responsibility as a child, meaning I was a child who acted more like a parent than a kid. I was very
Yes.
wise and insightful. In psychology, it's called parentifying. When the
Yeah.
child is more of the responsible one, you'll see it very much in adult children of addicts, drug addicts,
Yeah.
alcoholics, drug addicts.
Yeah.
You know, and so I mean, I didn't have that. I had workaholism. It's still an ism, an addiction. But for whatever reasons, I was very responsible, but very unhappy as a child.
Hmm.
And so I've been battling with my relationship to responsibility, to doing what I have to do, what should be done, to take care of everyone and everything outside of myself. And I've been, ever since I started riding at a high level and traveling to train, I kept saying, "Oh my God, I have so many responsibilities. I wish I were free."
Yes.
Right? I wish I didn't
Exactly.
have these many responsibilities. Meanwhile, I am taking care of Angel, taking care of all the other horses, like one thing after another. Vet bill, shoes, I'm handling everything. I handle
Yes.
everything because, in a way, I'm a badass that way. But at the same time, I'm triggered into having a very unhappy relationship to being so responsible, which is definitely a childhood trigger for me. It absolutely stems from my childhood
Yeah.
and how early on, even being that responsible didn't bring me happiness. So today, my brain says, yeah, being responsible doesn't equate to happiness. And the brain will convolute that. The human brain will take, responsibility equals not happy. So that's a trigger, and it's mostly unconscious and subconscious. So unless I consciously look for that, it eludes me. And I
Yeah.
wonder why I feel so weighted down in my life with all these responsibilities. And then part of me asked a question, because you and I talked about it a few days ago. Oh my God, watch out for what you wish for. Angel's gone. I don't have him as a responsibility anymore. Right?
Yeah. And he took up a lot. He was a lot of your responsibility was around him.
Yes. Yes. But the thing is, the responsibility around him, if I think about it looking backwards, I was happy with him as the responsibility. And I'm happy with all the animals' responsibility. I'm able to see and make the distinction and distinguish that the animals I am fine with to care for them, most of the responsibility is paying for things that, like, fixing fences. right? Putting in irrigation lines. None of that makes me happy. It's not like directly related to the animals.
Yeah.
And having to call the vet like that, right? Like, I'd rather go spend tens of thousands of dollars on horse tack,
Yes, yes, then on a vet.
saddles, and yes, and on the
Yeah,
vet.
exactly.
But now that we look at it, Angel never weighed me down responsibility wise. See, that I could reconcile, but I think it was everything else in life. See, in other words, if it's not, if my responsibilities aren't directly related to my dreams, that's where I get triggered and not want to fulfill upon them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? You see
Yes,
that?
it does. And that's interesting
Uh huh.
in that the thing that didn't weigh you down is what is the responsibility that has
That's
been
gone.
removed.
That's
So
right.
that's
Bingo.
something to look at.
It is. And that's why we're here today. What we
Yes,
want to look
exactly.
at is, yeah, why do I lose the least responsible responsibility? He was the funnest and the most uplifting responsibility, and I lose him,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
Uh-huh. That creeps me out at face value, like at first glance.
Yeah.
If I dig deeper, if I dig deeper, is it creepy or is it the best test of my life? Because I keep saying too, I better get used to this because I want to train and show at a very high level. This is like, to be honest, this is small. This is like low level investment. That makes sense,
Yes.
Marilyn?
Yes, compared to what your investment will be when you're actually showing.
Yep. And traveling, and now it's a whole new another ball game. It's a whole. It can't even compare to this horse. But this was the biggest horse I've ever had that
Yeah.
I created consciously. The biggest, best horse. Yes.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
The next level is just like 10 times greater minimum and just a whole nother ball game.
Mhm.
Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and then
Yes.
financially. Financials always last for me,
Yeah.
right? So that's the whole thing. See, then I can say, okay, wait a minute, Karen, this is, and I knew it even when the emergency, that my vet rushes over here and I'm waiting for the hauler to show up. The hospital hasn't called me back. And I kept saying, I know this is a test. I'm going to pass a test. I know it's a test because I already knew, like, at some level, here's more thousands and thousands of dollars going out, and my horse may not come back. That's the reality you have to face when it's time to take a horse to the hospital
Yeah.
for the number one killer, colic.
Yeah.
Okay. But I said, Karen, you got to get used to this. And I even said it like 3 times. He won't be my last horse. Like, I know this.
Right.
He won't. I've been saying this ever since I set my eyes on the horse that I'm looking to, you know, train on.
Mhm.
I saw him probably the first day I showed up at the new training barn. And and so what, like, if I don't take time to think about this and represence the real situation in reality, then I'm in trouble, right? We're all in
Yeah,
trouble if people don't do
exactly.
this, frankly.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, so you get your dream car, your dream career, your dream, it
Right.
all applies. And then you can't do it. You can no longer really pursue it. Marilyn, you can relate to this. Now what?
Now what? Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
You get married, you have children, and then
Yep.
what? You
Yep.
know? There's
Yep.
always what's next? What's next?
Yeah. So I know, if anything, I know this. on a better, sunnier, happier day. I do know that passing this test will only catapult my life exponentially. That's what I do
Yes,
know.
exactly.
As much as it hurts, but this is why I'm doing this podcast, because I don't
Yeah,
have time to podcast right now because I've been out ranching and horsing and whatever.
right.
But I thought this was worth a possible podcast,
Yeah.
you know? But the point is, we asked the question, out of anything I could have lost, I lose my best, not my worst. If I don't believe in accidents, then the next thing I have to say is, well, gear up, honey buns. Buckle up
Right.
because the next ride is going to be faster
It's exactly right.
and farther
Mhm.
and better. And then that could actually be taken away too. So who am I going to be in that? Marilyn, what was that? Your phone? Shut it off, please. It's distracting.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. So, yeah, what's you have something that's going to be next for you.
Right. But that's the whole point. Let's say present. To lose my best right now is only going to exponentially catapult my wisdom, my transformational consciousness, my abilities, my skill set, my telepathy, my genius, my brilliance, to not just create the next thing at a higher level, but to be able to withstand it, sustain it. Yes,
Yes,
deal with it.
exactly.
Otherwise, there's no way I'm going to make it without the mental, emotional, spiritual capacity.
That's right.
There's no way. I mean, if we look at it simply with the money alone, it's a sport of kings. It's a sport of kings on steroids. It's just like, so that's like already a tremendous undertaking, right?
Right.
But then we're talking about, I have a lot of time to catch up for in my riding skills, in my endurance, in my, my abilities, in my level of equestrian mastery.
Right.
What's that going to take? Right? Then I got to get in this new show ring that I've never been in before. I've never ridden in the show ring in this discipline ever. Okay, so then I got to deal with that. And then I'm at a barn that's very elite. So there's just a lot of great riders here and a lot of deep pocketed riders. And so, and they've already been showing for years. Like, I'm going to be the small fish in the biggest pond.
Yes.
That
Yes.
already is threatening to the brain and to my ego and to my self-belief systems. Yes?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And so, and I just got to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep my wits about me, keep my head on straight, keep my heart on straight, keep my mind, my mental abilities, my emotional abilities, firing in all pistons, as they say. It
Yes.
all has to track. And then my spirituality. And I mean, to even just show up is already a feat. I have to travel 4 to 5 hours every week in one trip. Yes, to train.
Right.
Who even does that with all my
Someone who's committed.
responsibilities?
Someone who is
Yes,
committed, and you are
that's right.
committed.
Yeah. But there's no way I'd even be here without this,
Right.
without self-development on steroids, like really like prolific self-evaluation, self-assessment, self-worth, self-love building. It's impossible as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
And that's what it's going to take. So now I can see, to lose Angel is clearly the biggest, best loss I could endure and then prevail through. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Because this is gonna jumpstart and catapult me, where if it was a lesser, animal, so to speak, that would just be a little baby step. I go big or go home. I don't want baby steps. If I really know my personality, what am I waiting for? If not now, when? Right?
Exactly. Exactly.
Got that from somebody else, but it's true. If not now, when? What are we waiting for? And as a matter of fact, doesn't matter where we are in life. It really doesn't, because the clock ticks fast for all of us. Nobody gets a head start. We all end up in the same place. Levels the human playing field.
Yeah.
So then what am I waiting for? And quite frankly, I've waited way too long. This has been a dream for years and years and years, and I'm living it. And I can either let this take me down, or I can let it push me up fast and forward. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. So that's what's so beautiful on the other side. Now, I have to say it out loud, have that new thought process, those new perceptions, and now I must just continuously repeat it so that the emotions can start to ingrain, can kick
Yes.
in to support the new perceptive filters, the new thought patterns,
Right.
right? Because deep down I do believe this is for all of us. This is not just for me and my gorgeous horse. This is for every single human being on the planet who is going through something that seems very traumatic, almost like a feeling of life or death, or is very sad, depressing, or anxiety driven or stressful, right?
Right.
Anyone who's trying to look at it is, wait a minute, whatever I'm going through, there's a blessing on the other side of it. Stay with it. Stay with it.
Yes.
Stay with it.
Yes.
Examine it.
Don't give up
Run
three
from it.
feet from gold, as it says.
Yes. But Marilyn, you're really good at giving up 3 feet from gold. Yes?
Yes, thank you.
Uh huh. Right? Is, you know, what I'm saying is, Marilyn, you're on this podcast with me. I'm talking to you then, because no one
Yes.
else might ever listen to this.
Right. Yeah.
And I might post it, I might not. Just depends how I feel. But whatever, you and I are here.
Yes, we are.
And that's all that matters. But what I'm saying is, if we really look at it, how do we want to look at our life? Now, this is, do we want to mask the pain, run from it, be addicted to our addictions, to feel good, to feel good, to feel good? There's a direct correlation to the level in which we can grieve and be in our sad feelings and allow it
Yeah.
so it heals, to the magic on the other side. I
Right.
believe that.
Yes.
That's where I'm like sacrifices and what I call sacred choices.
Yeah.
The more I'm willing to sacrifice right now to process this, to heal through, heal from it, the more magic there is for me,
Yes.
because
Yes.
that's been the story of my life. No, I don't go out and buy another horse. No, I don't go out and do something impulsively. I just stay with this for as long as it takes, with nothing to prove, not feeling like I'm wasting time, I'm falling behind. See, these are all the triggers that most humans go through. There's
Yeah.
no time for grief. There's no time to feel bad. There's no blah, 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 blah. No, there's all the time in the world. There's plenty of time on the clock. I'm going to take the time that it takes. And I choose it this time because through experience, looking backwards from my past, rushing through stuff doesn't work. It will end up scamming me somehow, some way.
Yeah.
Mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, physically. Something isn't gonna, it's gonna prolong the pain.
Yes.
So if I sit with this and continue to understand it, that's when the next miracle happens, without any expectations. And on the other side, there's no expectations here. We can't be looking for the magic. Maybe none will show up.
That's right, because it eludes you if you're looking for it.
Exactly. And then what's even crazier is the brain will trick us, and one miracle will happen after another, and we'll miss it, we'll miss it, we'll miss it, thinking there's supposed to be a bigger miracle.
Yes.
Oh
Yes, and it's
God.
not what we expected.
Nope. And then we're disappointed. And
Right.
then we fall back into the cycle of
Yeah,
futility.
exactly.
So that's a big test too. Is humans in general by default are hardwired into more fear.
Yeah.
Okay. But for me, for me personally, is it's so, it would be so easy for me to fall into the trap, to get caught up in the matrix of hell. Like
Yeah.
say, right, Marilyn, it's not worth it. I told you, life is stupid. Humans are idiots. You know,
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
thing, the whole thing's a sham,
Yeah.
right? Because that's one of my viruses. It's like a cruel joke. Like I don't get it. Early on, around 9 years old, I'm saying to myself, "Wait, I don't understand life. You're unhappy, you work, and then you die." That's a
Yes.
big, big virus that I've had since childhood. And
Yeah.
that's what my brain's trying to do, is bring me back to that familiarity.
Yeah.
But I know better now. So this is now where the consciousness and knowing better matters. It could
Yeah.
actually make a difference in that order.
Yes.
Is to understand that my brain's trying to trick me right now to stay in the old thought patterns instead of reinforcing the new ones, the new ways of being, the new me. Yes?
Right.
The
Exactly.
new me that can accept with grace and humility the test before me. Now, this is somewhat biblical, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
It is. We could say that. And I'm not a religious person, I'm spiritual. You're religious, you have your faith in God and your relationship there, which is
Hmm.
wonderful. But do you understand? It's like, okay, this is the test of indomitable will, isn't it? For me, it's a test of choosing the new versus the old, and
Yeah.
my willingness. Will I let go of the disempowered past? Yeah. Let
Yes.
go of that which no longer serves me.
Yes, exactly.
That's the test,
Yes.
isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. And it's okay for me to feel sad. And I will and always will miss my angel. And that's another thing. I lost Angelica and now Angel. But I can say that and go, that's weird. No, it's not weird. I've had so many horses I've rescued, and I've lost at least a dozen. I don't even want to count right now, but it's a lot of horses, right? Is
Yeah.
that no, this is no difference than every horse I've ever lost. And that loss is loss, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
And this loss also triggered every loss I've ever had in my entire life. My paternal grandmother, love of my life, my sister, another love of my life, right? My angel, love of my life, Angelica. But what about my horse Prince and Abuelo and, oh my God, my pigs and so many things, my roosters, so many things that I've lost, not to mention money. Yeah.
Yeah.
Loss of money, the loss of the loss of friendships, loss of relationships, the loss of health and wellness, the loss of brain capacity, all of it lost, the loss of, my car.
And
All of a
real
sudden
estate. And
oh
real
yeah, oh
estate.
yes, right. Thank you. I've lost two condos. Loss, 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 loss. The brain's like working feverishly to retrieve all that data. Remember, you lost this, you lost that, you lost this, and we get stuck in the matrix.
Yeah.
I'm saying no. Did I lose something or did I just gain way more? I'm going to choose gaining way more,
Yeah.
because the one thing I can fall back on and has been the greatest to date, and probably for the rest of my life, my greatest loss was my sister.
Yeah.
That loss right there put me here
Yes.
to become who I am today, which is so vastly opposite of who I used to be on so many levels. I still have some
Yeah.
good traits then that I still have. As a
Yeah.
matter of fact, some of those good traits I wish I still had because they were just like carefree and a little dangerous. But whatever. Is that the thing I can fall back on through my experiences as the greatest tragedy of my life gave me the greatest rewards and purpose of my life. So how
Yes.
do you like that? There's a direct correlation there.
Right. Exactly.
Hmm. So that I can rest my heart and soul in, right?
Yeah.
Is I can't tell you I 100% feel that right now in this moment because I don't,
Yeah.
but at least a girl can dream. Like I know,
Right.
I
And you
know
do. And you have big dreams.
I do. I mean, the horse thing is not my ultimate dream. It's just icing on the cake. It's
Yeah.
just an extension of my soul in the physical
Yeah.
world in 3D, but no, it's far greater. It's helping other people get through their tragedies of death, whatever the
Yeah.
death is. And there's death in
Yes.
everything. A divorce is a death. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're dealing with the death of your husband with dementia. That's a death,
Yes.
right?
And he's still with me, and that's
Yeah.
almost worse. It's
Yeah.
almost worse.
Yeah. And why do you say that?
Well, because it's continual.
Yeah.
There's no there's no resolution.
Mhm.
There's
Mhm.
no resolution. It's a living hell, so to speak.
Yeah. Right. It is. It's cuz he's kind of checked out mentally, right? As we can
Yes.
say, but
Yeah.
he's still breathing with a pulse.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm. Mhm. But it's like the death of a relationship that you had with him before the dementia. You see?
Yes,
Like
exactly.
everything can be a metaphoric death.
Yeah.
Mhm. And just again, not to fight it. Don't fight the feelings, you know, embrace it, allow. Cuz what
Allow. And I'm
allow.
feeling so much more tenderness toward him because I'm allowing it.
Right. Right. You mean in this moment or in
Well, in this
general?
moment, in general,
Mm.
and in general.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, having said all this thus far, what else is coming up for you?
Well, the biblical reference is the grain of wheat falls into the ground. It has to die before it becomes, grows into a new plant
Hmm.
that has exponentially more grains than itself. Because the
Mhm.
head of wheat has many grains, and you drop one grain into the ground, and the result is many grains of wheat.
Hmm. Yeah. So
And
you're
the other
just
thing is just
Mhm.
seeing that when, as about the tenderness, it's it was when I was fighting it that I was angry with him. And when
Mhm.
I've stopped fighting it and I can be with it, when I can be with it, with what's happening to him, then I can have tenderness toward him and like
Mm.
a new love.
Yeah. Represencing that the love.
Yes, exactly.
I mean, yes, and it's new too. I like that. It's a
Yeah,
new
it's new
feeling
and
of
it's deeper than the one I had before
Mhm.
because it's less about me.
Right.
It isn't about me.
Mhm. Well, it is and it isn't, but that's on a deeper level,
Yeah.
I feel. But at the face value, yeah. Like, let's not always make it about you.
Right.
What about him?
Well, that's
Right?
what I'm saying, that it's about that my love is about him. My tenderness is about him and not about myself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, something else is coming up is that the death of the old gives way to the new. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So we can't, unless we're willing to let go and make the space, nothing new can show up.
That's so true. That
Right?
is absolutely true.
Oh, boy. Okay. So here's another thing with death that really wakes us up is it's an automatic, whether we see it or not, or embrace it or not, it's an automatic reset button. What really matters? What am I doing with my life? Yeah.
Yes,
What's
exactly.
really going on? Wait a minute. So if I look at it as an umbrella wake up call, that means everything in my life, that's what I choose.
Yeah.
It's not about getting another horse or even, showing at a high level for me. Is wait a minute. Wait just a minute. There's got to be something else. If it all applies, right? Out with the old, in with the new, grieving the loss. But then also I get to clear the slate here, don't I?
Yes, you do.
You know, wait a minute. Is the horse thing my number one priority? No, it isn't. It's not. My number one priority is this: my message, my podcast, my work, my career, my coaching, my wisdom building for myself, number one,
Yes.
and then for others. Yes.
Right.
It does help to represence, like, hello, you know?
Yes, and your being with people is freer now.
Yes.
You had an opportunity to be freer to be with people than before.
Yeah,
You have a lot more to offer now as a coach
exactly.
than you had before.
Right. I mean, there's just more tools in my tool belt,
Yes.
right? Of the next thing. Because that's what this really symbolizes. The death of my sister gave me so much. I can't even tell you.
Yeah.
But now this is just a whole new level
Yeah.
of what angel symbolizes for me. Like
Right.
what he's a metaphor for
Yeah.
like a greater dream of mine. Again, in the physical realm.
Yeah.
You see? And but death alone, like death of just a person, is its whole, entity to be dealt with. But somehow, now that I'm talking about it and hearing myself speak with your wonderful listening, Marilyn, is okay, wait a minute. This, it does feel like another level up. Yes?
Yeah.
Another level up. Because the thing we're going to think is, oh no, I'm going backwards. You see this? Uh oh. I'm not moving forward. I'm going backwards. Does that make sense?
Yes.
When we lose, I feel like, oh no, I'm back to what's the point? Futility.
Yes, exactly.
Uh huh. Uh huh.
Exactly.
Now I can be in gratitude because I got to say, a lot of other things that I've gotten out of this is just how divinely orchestrated the whole thing worked out. How many people were there to support me that could really understand, especially horse people. I mean, that's a big one
Right. Yeah,
because no
exactly.
one would know better. But everything just so happened once again, like it just when I got evacuated for the mudslides, just when I had to take Angel to the hospital back in June. I'm not kidding. It was almost like everyone was waiting in the wings to support this crisis.
Yes, exactly.
How to explain that?
Yeah.
I didn't have to wait. Like the hauler was ready. I mean, they, like, let me just hitch up. It was available. The vet twice now is available for the emergency call, right?
Yeah.
Because one time when we were able to actually help Angel, the vet never called back. He was so busy. And then I was able with my ranch people to help Angel through another episode. Do you see this?
Yes,
And he
right.
was fine. He didn't need to go to the hospital. But the times that he needed to be hauled to the hospital, everything lined up like clockwork. The
Yes.
right people were available. People, who know horses were available. Everybody showed up. Oh, and another thing that was beautiful was the equine hospital wasn't busy. The surgeon was on call. The surgeon was there, and they were waiting for him. When they pulled him off the trailer, they were all waiting for him. And I could have had it better. He didn't have to wait. Everything was quick, quick, quick. There was no downtime. It was just perfect. Like if I were to go back and dissect this and look for the holes and the gaps and criticize myself, I can actually say it was so finely tuned, like we had rehearsed it. Does that make
Yes.
sense?
Yes, exactly.
That I was on top of everything. And it's another thing, I didn't let, oh my god, I have to call the vet, and that takes out from the budget, and I got an emergency call with him, then he's got to go back to the hospital. I just paid the bill for the first hospital visit. I caught myself going, well, okay, wait a minute, let's try and save money. You see this? And I
Yeah.
said, no, 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 do not go there. At all costs, do everything.
Right.
At all costs, do everything that you can for my peace of mind and heart. I would feel the guilt of like, oh, I didn't want to spend the money. It's one thing if I didn't have the money. It's another thing to say, no, I don't spend it.
Yeah.
Because that's what my mom did with my sister. I said, she's got to go to rehab. And my mom's like, we don't have the money. Yet she was sitting on so much money in the equity in her house. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
She had the money. And I remember the resentment I felt when she said that. That makes sense? It
Yeah.
was almost like, we don't have the money. I'm like, well, then quit the fucking country club. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh, uh-huh. And I'll never forget that. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? And then that rang in my head. I'm like, I'm not going to be that. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to be that part of my mother that I hated about her. So poor, so destitute. And my sister is dying, and it's obvious. You see this? That
Yeah.
I got a do over. I got to be the very person I wanted to be, not by default, not
Yes.
chintz out, not be cheap.
Right.
And the vet
Not be
texted me,
poor. Not
yeah,
be
not be
poor.
poor. No. And the vet was like, well, do you want me to come? I'm like, yes. Get here. The haulers on their way. And then what was so great is my vet actually waited. He had to wait just in case Angel needed a little bit more painkiller to stand up in the trailer so that he wouldn't go down.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if they weren't available and they didn't call me back, Angel would have died here.
Yeah.
And I would never had known that I chose to go with the surgery because I needed the final validation to know if we open him up, can we save him or not? And sure
Right.
enough, yeah. And the vet before the surgery said, there's a good chance we've seen this before, with much older horses that live a very good life. I see it right now as there is a possibility. I said, great, open him up. She opened up and said, no, there's no possibility. So I can rest with that. You see, there was
Yes.
no coming back for him.
Yeah.
And if I had said, no, I can't afford the surgery, you see this? I don't want to spend the money on the surgery, right?
Right.
Because the thing is, I can afford it. Whether I
Yes.
had money in the bank or no money, I can afford it. I'll figure out a way. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
But there was no way I was going to say no. I even had friends that said, well, you got to think about the aftercare and all of that. It's going to be time consuming and costly. And I said, yeah, you're right. But my heart was going, you got to at least try the surgery to see so that I
Right.
can rest at night. So I could say I did everything for him. And I
Yes.
will say that's a blessing when they said, no, it's way complicated now that we, can see what's happening.
Yeah.
And it was something most likely we could not even control.
Yeah.
So then that gives me peace and so well worth it. Now, here's another thing I want to talk about the money piece. I believe money is spiritual. It's not actually real, but it is the physical manifestation of spiritual energy to me.
Yeah.
And so I do get caught up, like I think, oh God, I just spent all this money and I have nothing to show for it except bill after bill. Like I still need to pay this bill and that bill. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, oh my God, oh my God. I say, Karen, wait a minute. No, that's the old you. That's the poor you. That's your mother. That's everyone pretty much, that they make it about the money, the money, the money. That's not you. That is complete opposite of who you really are and what you truly believe in and how much magic you have produced in your life out of thin air, especially with money.
Yes.
So that is not you. What I then know and kick into is, okay, wait a minute. Yes, let me pay all this money out, get nothing back. Don't go to my addiction of the instant gratification, feel good. Stay in it to win it. Believe, trust, trust, trust. Trust in the evidence that supports this, Karen, even without evidence. This is what you truly believe. And then the next thing you know, I get way bigger, way better materialistically, financially. That's what I believe. And it happens over and over and over again for me. And I
Yes.
do believe every human being can have that as well. And you have seen me, Marilyn. You are my biggest, best witness in a court of law of where I came from when we met and who I am today. Let's talk
Y-
about that.
Yes.
When
You
you met, yeah, go ahead.
when I met you,
Mm-hmm.
you were headed for bankruptcy.
Yes. Headed. I was in bankruptcy.
Yeah.
Bankruptcy. Uh
Yes.
huh. Yep. They're, yep. Headed for bankruptcy, fighting for my life.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, exactly.
Uh, I think I lost the condo after I met you. Then I was given a condo. That was pretty miraculous. But then I
Yes.
lost. But then I lost that one.
Yes,
I
exactly.
could have saved it, but I didn't. You know what I
Well,
was doing?
you
Yeah,
you had the ranch.
I still had the ranch, but I was almost losing that too.
Yes, so that you let the one go so that you could
No,
save the other one.
no, I didn't do that. That's a lie. I didn't let go of
Okay.
that to save one. I'll tell you exactly what was happening. I let go of the one that was given to me because I was more vested and invested into this work. And I remember clearly I just started the business of coaching people and I was focused more on that. And I
Okay.
could care
Yeah.
less about the condo. I was even able to say, well, if I lose the ranch, I'll just get a bigger one or a better one anyway. But I didn't lose the ranch because of this work, by the way. That's another
Yeah.
miracle.
Yeah.
That's another miraculous story because the attorneys that helped me, I was referred to by somebody I had actually met in Vegas who was from Georgia. I happened to be
Yeah.
at a networking event, meet this guy one time, and he referred me to the attorneys. What's the chance of that? That's a miracle. Science can't explain that one.
Yes.
I don't care what anyone
Yes.
says. Divine orchestration and intervention. Okay, so that's the magic I speak of. I had nothing. I had no health. I had poor health. For me, I gained weight. So I was heavier than I usually am. Do you remember that?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Uh and yep, I was about to lose everything. And I had no income and I did not want to go back to real estate. I was done with real estate. So, And then in that time, right, look at me now.
Yes, exactly.
And if anyone knows better, it's you.
Yeah,
That if we think about it, it's a little mind blowing, isn't it?
it is. It actually is.
Mm-hmm. And what else can we say about it? What else is coming up for you about this?
Well, your continual focus on digging deeper
Mm-hmm.
has made a difference.
Right. What else is coming up for you? What do you see for yourself?
Well, digging deeper makes a difference.
Yeah.
Being willing to dig deeper,
Mm-hmm.
being willing, um, just continual focus on your objective. What is what's important to you? What your goal is?
Yeah.
Growth and development.
Yeah.
For example, am a seeker, and that's what's the most important thing to me is to keep seeking.
Mm-hmm. Right. But you okay, so the phoenix rising. I've arisen from the ashes.
Yes, exactly.
But not just I just didn't arise, you know. I put myself in a position that is far beyond I ever thought possible.
Yes, exactly.
That's the issue, right?
Yeah, and one of the things that you do is you help your clients do the same thing.
Absolutely. It's everything I stand for. As a matter of
Yes,
fact,
exactly.
I'm like, fuck survival. Go for the big stuff and forget about the
Yeah,
rest,
yeah,
But um, the point is, because when I met you, you had way more time and energy in this work. We started at the same educational, transformational center, right?
yes, yes,
And you were far ahead of me, so to speak, with a lot of the courses and the information.
yes.
Uh
And
huh.
you have surpassed me by far.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that like haha in your face. I'm saying like yes, that's the point. Is nothing would stop me, and I invested everything into my healing and understanding all this stuff,
Yes.
and
And
it
you still
has,
do. And
and I
you
still
still
do.
do. Yeah.
But if I can look back and see that and have that be the evidence, you see how it reminds me, and I'm reminding you, Marilyn, and anyone else who cares to listen, that that's why the pain is worth it. That's why the letting go of the addiction for instant gratification is worth it. Why the
Yes.
sacrifices and sacred choices are worth it. While the pain's worth it. The pain, the
Yes.
pain, the pain, the pain. Because you're a
Yes.
big person. We just talked about this. You admit you don't want to feel the pain. You don't want to do the work because it feels too painful, and I respect that.
Thank you.
You see that?
That makes a difference. Yes. Thank you.
Right. And but you own it. But
Yes,
I
I
and
do.
I can understand that. So then for other people, they have a choice. It is painful. It's the hardest thing we'll ever do. But
Yes.
again, the magic on the other side is priceless.
Yes.
And that's the thing. And it's a risk. It's a risk. There ain't no guarantees either. But I can only tell you through experience that if a human being does choose the pain and the grief and the work, and again, with being willing, ready, and able to prolong the rewards, the prizes. You see this?
Yes. Uh-huh.
What's that? That is uh instant gratification, delayed long-term satisfaction. Delayed satisfaction. Yes?
Yes.
That is the thing to get into a relationship with. And I'm talking to you, Marilyn. If you can get
I
anything
got
out of
that.
this,
Yes. Thank
right?
you.
And if
Yes.
not, that's okay too. That's on you. But I'm
Right.
saying again to anyone who cares to listen, the key component is to fixate on, yeah, it can be painful, but we don't always have to feel it and see it as pain. But no pain, no gain. That is so true. I'm sorry.
Yes, exactly.
That is so true.
That's exactly it.
Uh huh. And the more we're willing to just be with the pain, committed and devoted to healing, then there is a high probability of the riches on the other side, the
Yes.
miracles and the magic. And
Yes. Uh-huh.
that's what I want to leave us with today.
Yes.
So
That's
thank you
perfect.
so
Thank
much
you.
for being here today.
Yeah.
And is there anything else you want to bring up, first of all, before we close?
Well, I just appreciate this opportunity to be with you today um, and to just want you to know how much I love you and how willing I am to be with you in your journey.
Hmm. Thank you. I love you
And
too.
what a privilege. It's what a privilege to be with you in this journey.
Hmm.
As it has been and will continue to be.
Thank you. And I feel the same way. I mean, I really, we've been through our trials and tribulations, that's for sure.
Yes,
But I'll tell you something, no one can ever accuse us of pretending in this relationship and friendship.
exactly. Exactly.
It is, it's real, it's raw, it's relatable, it's
Yes.
relentless.
Yes.
And that's a miracle right there.
And a blessing.
And a blessing. Yes,
Yeah.
thank you. And I so appreciate you being here, for your
Thank you.
listening,
Yes.
and for your support.
Yeah.
Like, you do understand. You do really understand, I
Yeah.
feel.
I
Yeah.
do. Yes.
You do, in your own ways. So, and the last question would be, what's the biggest thing that you got out of our conversation today?
Well, the miracle that is available when you commit to something and you follow through, the miracle that is on the other side.
Hmm. It's not just commit. The miracle is directly correlated to the pain.
Yes, your commitment to go through the pain.
Yeah. To accept, like to,
Yeah,
you know,
and to
to,
accept
yeah.
and to be with and
Mm-hmm.
actually
Mm-hmm.
to rejoice in the feeling. It's like the deeper the pain is, the greater the joy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly. That's what, right. You're saying it another way, but yeah, that is really the truth, I believe.
Yeah.
Again, if we choose to work through it with hope, with hope, like
Yeah.
with optimism, like to believe, like, okay, it's almost like logical. It's almost logical. Like, if it's this painful, there's got to be a message here.
Yeah.
There's got to be, because we all die anyway. So there's got to be
Yes,
something
exactly.
to learn here, and it's true, to
Yeah.
grow wiser.
Yeah. Well, somebody
Yes.
wise said that you can either have courage or you're destined to be a coward and the pain of being a coward just continually, or the pain of having courage.
Yeah, they're both painful, right?
Yeah, they are. They're both painful.
Oh my God.
It's just as
That's
painful to accept as it is to deny and not accept.
exactly. If I'm going to feel pain, then I'm going to feel pain with the intention of courage,
Yes.
not cowardice.
Yes, and being courageous.
Uh huh. Uh huh. So
And
that's really,
the courageous die once. The coward dies over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah.
continually.
Yep. And still breathing. Ew.
Yes, which is worse.
It's way worse. I love that. That's beautiful. Thank
It's
you for
way
that.
worse.
Because that's the message here
Yeah,
is fall in love with the pain because the pain is the direct access to the pleasure, the passion, the purpose,
exactly.
right? The
Yeah.
profound, the prolific.
Yes.
That's what I feel. And
Yes.
that's my story and I'm sticking to it.
I love it.
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you, Marilyn. I love
Thank
you.
you. Okay. Love you too.
And thank you all for listening to the power of self evolution. And this is Karen Lovely. I forgot my name. Who am I? Where am I? Yes, thank you. Karen Lovely, the creator of the power of self evolution. I wish
Yes.
everyone miracles on the other side of pain. Thank you all.